Yeah, good morning everyone guys. So this is small update. Is there anyone joined newly today? So if anyone is joined, this is the two classes link. This is the third class. So I have pinned in YouTube. So if anyone is not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. When I upload the video for today's session, so you will automatically get the notification for the third session. So So please subscribe to my channel. If you like my content, please like and share it with others. Okay. So you can go through the first class and second class. I have pinned the URLs here. So you will get the third class by afternoon today afternoon. After this class, I will try to upload it. Thank you guys. So let us start the session. Can you see my screen, guys? So yesterday we have discussed in yesterday class how to create the table, what and all steps you must should follow for the table, restrictions to create the table, and properties of metadata. Next, character data type we have discussed, right? So you can observe one more time. Just a small, quick 2 minutes. We can discuss about the character data on where character data. You can see if the character data type you declared char 10, we have inserted Venky 5 bytes only. Then remaining 5 bytes, it will apply the blank pads. It will apply the blank pads. Whereas in varchar 2, if you inserted the 5 bytes, remaining 5 bytes, it will send back to the storage because in varchar 2 data type it is a dynamic data type. Whatever the variable length which you inserted, that many bytes only it will take. Remaining bytes it will send back to the database to avoid the various storage. I mean waste storage. In character in char data type, so it will waste the storage by applying with the blank pads. So it is a fixed length data because whatever you declare the fixed length, it will take full length. Even though you entered 5 bytes or 4 bytes or 3 bytes, remaining bytes it will take the blank pads. So in character data type, it must be a sorry, it's a no need to declare the size. Its size is not mandatory, but by default size is 1 byte. In varchar to 10, size is mandatory. Must not declare you should declare it. In character, if you in case of in varchar if you declare, it will automatically converted to it's automatically converted to the varchar to date time. Okay, guys. Next, moving to the next, moving to next topic is so we have discussed character data. Everything is completed, no? So next is number data type. Number data type. So what is number data type? The mechanism of number data type. It will accept the only numeric data. It cannot accept any boolean. It cannot accept any string data type. It cannot accept any except other data types. It will allow only numeric data type. Numeric data type. Numeric data type. So it is used to store the numeric data. So there are multiple numeric data types is available, but we can use only number and integer in any database. It's we cannot use it, but we can get to know what is it. So number data type. So why I have used this bracket, guys? This is P is a precision, S is a indicate scale. Precision is nothing but it's a number. I mean, it's a integer. Integer. Scale is nothing but decimal value. Scale is nothing but decimal value. So P is indicate the precision without decimal actual value, and S is a decimal. S is a decimal. Why have you used these brackets? This brackets is indicates optional. Optional. So whereas this parenthesis, I mean this brackets, half brackets, is indicates mandatory. Mandatory. So precision is a mandatory and scale is optional for number data type. Number data type. Number data type is used to numeric data. It's number data type have precision and scale. The precision range is 1 to 38 digits. 1 to 38 digits or 1 to 38 bytes. The scale range is minus 84 to 127. Minus 24 to minus 84 to 127. So what is the maximum size is maximum size of number data type, guys? 38 digits. The scale is within the 38 digits. Scale will represent it. Represent. For example, how it will take it. For example, yeah, here I already entered it. See, for example, you have taken yes number. Number is 4 bytes. So it may be number is 4 bytes. It may be minus or it may be positive value. It will accept it like this. Till 9999 we can enter. If we enter 10,000, then that will become as 5 bytes. So the maximum 4 bytes data, either a negative or positive, minus either a negative or positive, minus 9999 to positive 99. Within this range we can enter it because it will accept only 4 bytes. For example, we have declared salary. Salary is a number data type. Number data type. Or else you can take it as credit card bill. It is a number data type. You know, right? What's the importance of decimal value in the credit card? For example, you have received you have received your bill is 12,000.35, but by mistake you have paid only 12,000. You ignored this decimal value. In next bill cycle, what they will consider you haven't paid full amount. So they will put late payment charge. They will put for that late payment charge GST. They will put something extra for you. Yeah, the GST everything they will put GST and GST for 35 paise. We have to bear this much cost. Late payment around they will put some 1,000 or 1,500 like that. GST again 100, 200. So for 35 paisa we have to bear 1,600 or 2,000 rupees around. So that's the importance of decimal value in actual amount every way, everywhere. The same way, if you declare number of 7 comma 2, 7 is the precision, 2 is a scale. So the actual total number is 7 digits. Within that, 2 is the within that 2 is scale. So the total digit it will allow 7 bytes, 2 bytes and remaining 5 bytes, 2 bytes and remaining 5 bytes. Last if you mention 2, last 2 digits it will mention two. If you mention, if you declare two, last two digits it will take as a decimal. If you declare three, last three digits it will take as a decimal value. It will place dot decimal value. Remaining value is the actual value. So within the maximum length the scale will be taken in. Within the maximum length the scale and precision will take. Clear, guys? Any doubts? Okay. Next, moving to the real time perspective, can we see how it takes? This is a SQL plus environmental tool which is provided us by the Oracle Corporation or SQL. When you install the your database, automatically SQL Plus will get installed. Okay, you no need to install explicitly. So my schema name is, my username is Venky and password Venky. If anyone is not speaking, please go on mute, guys. Okay. For example, we have created. Let us create again today. Create table. Table name is APB4. APB4. I wanted to I wanted to take some product information, product ID. So when we have to declare the number data type, guys, when you wanted to insert the data of the column, the data which you are going to insert as per your plan, it's a number. Then you have to declare the number data type. Then you have to declare the number data type. Then you have to declare the number data type. So number data type I have declared is 4 bytes. 4 bytes. Next, product name. Next, product name. So name in the sense here our plan is to insert the string or character data type. Then what data type we have to declare to insert that? Varchar2. Varchar2. Just I have given some 5 bytes. I mean some 6 or 7 bytes. Okay. Next, product ID, product name. Next, quantity of product. Product quantity. Quantity is a numeric data. We can indicate it. Please go on mute if you are not speaking. So what we have to declare it, guys? Quantity, number data, number data type. Now declare some 4 bytes. So I have created a table. So PID will accept only PID will accept only numeric data. Maximum for PID is maximum for PID it will accept 4 bytes. Let us try to insert the data. Insert into insert into APB. Please go on mute if you are not speaking. APB values. APB values. What is the PID I am taking as 101. The product name is please go on mute guys if you are not speaking. The product name is some, you can take it as spare part, some spare part, some spare part. So can I declare like this guys? Can I take like this? Does it accept this one? Wha- Yeah, that's what you sh- if it is underscore, that's not a problem. The thing is, the maximum size is 7 bytes. So if you take spare, so please remember, guys, always string data type, character data type must be must be declared within the single quotes. Then only SQL buffer can understand that you are inserting the string data. Then it will check according to the data which you are inserting. Then it will check the table whether does the column is accept the string data or not. So one row inserted. For example, I have declared 1002. What is the value, guys? Value larger than specified. Precision allowed for this. What is this error? Yes. So if you try to insert the more than 4 bytes, here 100, please go on mute. 20 is the, if I ask anything, please tell, and again it can go on mute, guys. Please go on mute. Getting some noise. So we can, here we can allow to insert only 4 bytes, but here it is 5 bytes we are trying to insert. But the column will accept only 4 bytes. The value then specified means we have specified 4 bytes. Precision allowed for this, allowed for this. Here 5 bytes you try to inserted. For example, we can try to create another table. Table is APB underscore 5. Here some snum rs enum number data type. Enum is the number data type. Number data type you have declared 4 bytes. Next to ename varchar 2 some 10 bytes. Next salary initial is number date. So I have declared for this 7 comma or else some 5 4 6 comma 7 comma 2 or else 7 comma 3 you can take anything. So now table is created. Let me try to insert the values for APB 5. Observe guys. Here I have declared 1002. Some e name is uh, Venky. Salary. Salary is I am inserting 3 3 6 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 160 161 I'm like this. And what is the error, guys? See, always you can remember here directly it will show wherever is the issue. Here it is indicating here is the problem. Here is indicating here is the problem. What is this? We have declared 7 comma 3. 7 comma 3. See, even you declare 7 comma 3, actual value you have inserted 6 bytes, then 2 bytes. Total is 8 bytes. How many bytes we declare total value? 7 bytes. But here 8 bytes. So it will accept only total 7 bytes within 7 bytes. Within 7 bytes. 3 bytes are the precision. So 3 bytes are the scale, 4 bytes are the precision. For precision, we are declaring 5 bytes now. So again issue. So the maximum precision, it will take 4 bytes. So scale is it will allow to scale is scale it will allow 3 bytes. So now you can observe 4 bytes are the precision I entered and 3 bytes are the scale. Even you can take 1 byte also scale. That's not a problem. You can check the data if you need. Please go on mute, guys. See, see. For example, you have declared 7 comma 2. That means the total number it will allow only 7 bytes. Total number is the 7 bytes. Within 7 bytes, yes, including the decimal, total number in the sense, including the number, whatever you are, including the decimal values, whatever you are trying to insert along with the precision and scale, that is the total value. So if you entered 7 comma 2, for example, 7 comma 2, total number is 7 bytes. Scale is the 2 bytes. Within 7, scale is the 2 bytes. The remaining how much? 7 minus 2. Scale is the 2 bytes. 7 minus 2. Remaining 5 bytes is the precision. So here 5 bytes is the precision and 2 bytes is the scale. 2 bytes is the scale. The total bytes is 2 bytes is the scale. The total bytes is now 7 bytes. So if you declare 2, the 2 is within the 7 only. Within the 7 only. So remaining 5 bytes is the precision and 2 bytes is the scale. That's what we mentioned clearly here. Total is 7 bytes. Within 7 bytes, 2 bytes is the decimal value. Remaining 5 bytes is the scale value. So the total number will separated by two ways. One is the precision, another one is the scale. So based on the scale value, the remaining value indicates for the precision. Clear, guys? Yeah. Next, please go on mute. Next, integer. Integer is just we integer data type. It will automatically converted as maximum 38 digits. So integer will converted as a number data type. If you declare also integer data type will converted as number data type with the maximum size of 38 digits. With the maximum size of 38 digits. The syntax of integer data type is column name and integer. Column name and data type as the integer. Next, create the table. Create the table. Just snum int. Table is created. Can we describe the table to know the whether it is converted or not? See what we have declared for APB6. We have declared student number as int. So even you declare student number as int, it will convert it as number. Then maximums with the maximum size of number data type. The maximum size of number data type is 38 digits. 38 digits. Clear? Next. So that is the number data type, guys. This float, this binary type, binary double is not required. So if you need, just I will give some brief on that. We never no need to go deep on that. Float is declaration just. It's a mandatory to declare the data type float. Float data type is subtype of number data type. Subtype of number data type. Okay, float data type is subtype of number data type. It will accept only precision. It will accept only precision. So precision range is 1 to 126. How we have to declare column name and float? How we have to declare column name and float? APP7, we have to declare like this. Float of then size is 2. Table is created. We can describe the table. See, we have created APB7. If you see number, float of 2. Float of 2. Clear, guys? It's not mandatory to know. Just you should know the subject. That's what I'm explaining. Everything. Okay? Float is accept only precision. It will accept the number data type. To declare the float is column name and float date. Next, binary float. Binary float is data type used to binary precision, 32-bit. It will accept only 32-bit. Maybe you know, if anyone knows what is the 32-bit softwares, what is the 64-bit, based on the hardware of, for example, if you take the system OS operating system, so for they will mention 32-bit and 42-bit, sorry 64-bit. Why they will put based on the laptop hardware, how they have developed build in the laptop hardware, it will accept it will accept it will accept the binary float data type 5 by it will accept the 32-bit only. Why? Because the hardware is developed by like that. So based on that, we have to decide 32-bit software or 64-bit software. Even in our software also, you can get to know here. For example, let me connect again. Based on the OS which is installed in your machine, you have to install the software accordingly. So the 64-bit software will accept the 64-bit software will accept the 32-bit and 64-bit, 64 both. But 32-bit software, I mean 32-bit operating system, it will accept the only 32-bit softwares. See, Oracle 11 Enterprise Edition release 11.2 64-bit production. Because why I installed 64-bit is my operating system is my operating system is my operating system is 64-bit. My operating system is 64 bit. Somewhere it will show. Okay, my operating system is 64 bit. So based on that, you have to declare. For example, your software which you install 32 bit, so binary double it doesn't accept it because it will accept only 64 bit. So if you were installed 64-bit, both will accept it. Binary double and the binary float. Why will use binary float? Arithmetic calculations fast and reduce storage requirement. But we I never used in my experience. So we use always number data type. For example, if you declare number 38 digits, you can declare, or else if you declare integer also, it will convert it as number only. That is the number data type. So remember number and integer. Next, date time date types. Very important, guys. Without date, it's very rare the reports or tables, everything. So in real time perspective, everything should be captured by date time date type. Always it will capture the transactions will be captured by date timestamp date type, and day will captured by date data type. I will let you know when we have to declare it. When we have to declare it. So datetime data type is used to store the date and time values. Used to store the date and time values. So SQL server automatically converts character value in the default date format. Character values in the default format. So date values also you must be insert within the single quote. Within the single quote. So it will treat it as character value if the character value of the expression is having the valid date format is having the valid date format. The default date format is DDMMYY. The default for date format is DDMMYY. So if the character value which you are inserting, character value how it will check within single quote. The character value is having valid date, valid date. Then Oracle server or SQL server automatically converts default date format, automatically converts in date format. Two underscore date values. By using two underscore date value function, it will automatically convert. We can discuss two underscore date conversion functions in the conversion. We have conversion functions there. We can discuss two underscore date function, conversion function. Okay, so you remember date timestamp data types, date and timestamp data types we use to store the date and time values. So date data type is used to store valid date time format with the fixed length. With the fixed length. The starting date format is, I think everyone knows, before crisis, after decade. So we can call it as dates before crisis and after decade. So you can go and search if you want to know more about that. But that's not mandatory to know what is before crisis dates, what is the after decade dates. Okay, so 4712 is the before crisis dates. After decade is 2. It will start. it will allow to insert you Jan 1st 4712 BC to December 31st 9999 AD. Like that, like that, date data type is developed by the developed by the DBMS. Ravi, నీకు చెప్తే వాడికంటే నువ్వు ఎక్కువ వస్తున్నావు. అట్లా కాదు, నువ్వు వింటుండా అని మెల్లగా చెప్పు కదా. అరే సైలెంట్ గుండు. సారీ, నువ్వు పోయే తీసుకోమని బట్టి. బయటవా, నాకు ఎందుకు అరచో? మూసుకొని చెప్పింది వేసుకోవా? వేసుకోవాలి. So data type is used to store valid date format with the fixed length. So we no need to declare any length for this guys. We no need to declare any length because the why we are collecting fixed length is, can we insert except these bytes ddmmyyyy? No, right? The date format is always fixed this length only. It cannot exceed. We can insert like this ddmonYY. ddmonYY is the default format. ddmonYY is the default format. So we can change these formats by using to underscore date conversion function. So date data type is used to store only date. Timestamp data type is used to store valid date, year, month, day, and with along with the time, along with the time. Timestamp data type is used to store date and time both. Date and time both. Date data type is used to store only date. Clear guys? Why we use date and why we use the timestamp. So let us take when we have to go for which option. For example, for example, if you take in any organization, if you take one organization, if you take one organization, so organization has to must be stored employee information, right? How they will uniquely identify the employee by using employee number, then employee name. Any organization, if you go to, if you take HCL, if you take any employee in a software related, they will take like this: employee first name, F name, next last name, then date of birth, then date of joined, then address, address, then salary, then location. Is belongs to which location? I mean, multiple locations are there, right, for every organization. Like this they will store. So here employee number, which data type we can declare guys? Integer or number. So always I suggest you go for the integer number data type. That's your wish, you can declare integer also. First name is string date type or character, where char2 we have to declare. Last name also same. Date of birth, which one we have to use it guys for date of birth? Date. Date of join, date. So address, string. Salary, number. So now it is okay. For employee, he will go They will put every organization restriction that you must be stay in the office is 8.5 hour or 9.5 hour. HCL is 9.5 hour. Mindtree is 8.5 hour. Like this, every every organization. So how they will automated this one and capture in the how they will automated this one and capture in the I mean it has to capture in time sheet, because whenever you mention the timing you can enter the timing, but in down it will show entered time, entered time, and the actual time it will show, because based on this time your reporting manager will approve it. Enter time is whatever you entered. For example, you have entered 9:30 per day, but you have stayed in the actual time. How it will calculate? Based on first when you entered, first first swipe it will take, last swipe, then it will calculate the total first swipe and last swipe, then it will get the difference between that, how many hours difference between that. So first swipe in the sense there is a swipe cards to enter your organization, so you have to put your swipe card, access card. Then for example you have entered the office is morning 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Last swipe you left from the office is 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Sorry, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. How it will calculate? Sorry, for example, swipe it will how it will take along with the date it will take. Today you enter the office is today you enter the office is today you enter the office. So if it is accept the only date, it will accept the only date. So first swipe is the same date and the second swipe is the same date. Is there a possible to calculate the timing, guys? Difference between the time if you declare as date? No. So for example 9 a.m. 9 a.m. 9:34 you have entered the office. Some 9:34, some 12 seconds you have entered the office. Evening is 5:20, some 50 seconds you left from the office. So first swipe it will take this one and the second swipe it will take this one. Can we get the difference now between the timing? Yes. So the time will automatically capture here how many hours you stayed in the office. Then your reporting manager will get approved it. So now you understood, right? When you need to use the timestamp date here, what data type you have to use to store the date and time? You have to use the timestamp. Here, what data type you have to use? Timestamp. So now you understood, right? Which data type you have to use it? Let us go for one example. So SBA. So one person is having account, he is withdrawal four times. Amirpet once, Panjagutta once, SR Nagar once, next Bala Nagar once, or Paradise Circle. Paradise is withdrawal. First time he has taken 10,000. Second time he has taken 10,000 only from ATM. Third time he has taken 20,000. Fourth time he has taken some 5,000. Okay, what happened? The 20,000 transaction has failed. Sometimes you observe, you enter the amount, it will be detected from your account, but you won't get the amount from ATM. Am I right? Am I right? So when you try to SR Nagar, when you try to when you try to withdraw the amount from SR Nagar ATM, guys, ATMs, four ATMs he has withdrawn. When you try to get the 20,000 transaction, it has failed. Amount has detected, but it has failed. Okay, amount is detected, it has failed. He didn't get any amount, but it has detect. It has he didn't get any amount, but amount is detected from the account. So he waited for till end of the day. Still amount is not created. Then next day, next day, he went to the branch, either the slip or without slip, either the branch. For example, he went with the slip. Here, at what time he has withdrawn this amount? That one I have put only data type. For example, the day he has withdrawn 30th April, 30th April. Same day he has withdrawn all ATMs. Then if you go with the sleep, can account manager by seeing the sleep, does he can able to understand at what time he has withdrawal? Is it possible to get the details? Is possible to get the transaction? Is the it is the possible to check the transaction table. Transaction table is having around 50,000 records. 50,000 records. In real time, it's more than that also, guys. Because the SBI account holders, many people are there. They may withdraw in ATM every day, right? If you consider 50,000 records, is it possible to check each and every? Is it possible to check each and every record by seeing the date? 50,000 records, is it possible, guys? No. For example, I have mentioned the timestamp. Timestamp is always unique, right? Always. Timestamp. So if it is declared timestamp, it has stored 30 April 4 and some 22, some evening 4:30 20 seconds. Now is it possible to check by using the timestamp at what time you have withdrawal? Is it possible to check the transaction details? Yes. That's the reason we have to declare timestamp for the. Does it mean, is there, does it make sense if if you put the transaction is date? Does it make sense? No. So we have to declare the timestamp. We have to declare the, for example, if you take SBI account, account is opened, account is account is opening. By that time you can declare date, which day he has opened the account. They will put, yeah, we use the account number also, right? Transaction table. will have the account number and account number, timestamp, I mean timing, withdrawal timing, and amount. Many things in involve, guys, in real time perspective. If you take SBI, the amount has to detect in your account. So yeah, that should be updated in the table, right? I mean, that should be updated in the account balance table, right? Otherwise, does not make sense. Every person can withdraw much amount. There is no limit with if it is not updating in the table. So the transaction table is not only having this timestamp column, it will have account number, it will have timestamp column, it will have balance you have taken, it will have ATM, and within ATM there will be a codes for every ATM. So they will put that codes in which ATM. The location also it will capture it. So those are the examples for timestamp date types. So as it is a weekend, can I take another 20 minutes extra, guys, to complete the remaining only large objects is there, long and raw. Only 20 minutes it will take. I need to get from answer from everyone. If anyone is having any constraint, please let me know, guys. Others, yeah, okay, okay, thank you. We can continue till 9 o'clock. I think Satvik, you only called me, right? Yeah, okay. Next, large object data type. We can call it as LOB data types. We can call it as LOB data types. So yesterday I said in varchar 2, the maximum size of varchar 2 data type, the maximum size of varchar 2 data type is for how much bytes, guys? So if you want to insert more than 4000 bytes, then you have to get some another data type, right? So those data types will come under as LOB data types, large object data type. So CLOB is the character large object. CLOB is the character large object. So LOB data types is used to store large objects. So I said, right, data is a, please go on mute. Data is a in any form. It is a text. Please go on mute. Somebody is speaking. Don't know. Call my name, please. Call my name. Please go on mute. Okay, guys. So LOB data type is used to store images, videos, graphics, text, audios, and so on. Why we mention images, videos? There may be a large data, right? For videos, graphics, images. So LOB can accept any data. So as I said, data is any form, not a text only. So images, videos, graphics, text, and audios. So the maximum size up to 4 GB, 4 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes. The maximum size is up to 4 bytes. The maximum size is up to 4 bytes, 4 GB. If you are, if you are, if your insertion data, you know that you will get the data. For example, if you take the transaction table, you may get the 4000 bytes per day. So by that time what we will use, we will use this LOD type data types, because the data which you are getting, it's a more than 4000 bytes. For in character data type, COLOB is the character large objects, the data type to store large blocks of character data into database. So it will store single byte data type and as well as multiple character data type as well. So up to maximum is 4 GB. Maximum is 4 GB. So we can declare it directly. We can declare it directly. Create table APB underscore 7. So yes name CLOB. Table is created, right? If you take APB underscore 7, number is float. Why it have changed to float, guys? 7. It is not, table is not correct. Whatever giving. So table name is T we mentioned. See, CLOB. The maximum size is for CLOB, guys, 4 GB. 4 GB. 4 GB. The same way we have these two data types we never use in SQL, plab and bfile. We will implement this concept in the PLSQL where we can, for example, if you are applying one government exam, the application is involving the uploading the image also, uploading the image. So we must need to upload the image, right? If you want to write any exam, either the public sector or private sector. So, so to save the image we can call it as binary object. We can call it as binary objects. Binary. So by using the B file, by using the B file or blab data type objects. See, observe. First B file. It is used to store location of the image and other files, and used for identify the location of the image and files through the procedures. So I said, right, we can use this data types only in the PL/SQL, the procedure concept to store the location. It cannot store, it store what it will store, guys, it will store the location of the image and other files. For example, if you are inserting one video, for example, if you go to download, here this is image, this is the video. So if you are inserting the video into the database, so the B file will store only this location only. B file will store only this location only. This location. It cannot store the file, guys. Store the just file. If it is video, if it is image, if it is text, or if it is something else, audio. So B file is used to store the location of the image or other files through the procedure. So B file data type, read only data type. You can't modify them. So whatever, for example, you declared character. In future, if you want to change that is character var2 data type, then you can modify it by using alter command for that column. But whereas in B file, you cannot, the B file data type, the B file data type, you cannot modify it. You can read it. Read it the sense you can only access it. Okay. So next blab. Blab data type is same as B file data type, guys. It stored unstructured binary object, image and other files into operating system file. Into operating system file. What you understood? So B file is the identify the location. Only B file is the identify the location, whereas blab is to store the images. So it's B file just to store the location. blab is store the actual data. For example, you are inserting one image. blab will store the that image. The image location will store the B file. Clear, guys? What is blab and what is B file? So blab is the actual file, it will store it. The location, the file is located in the operating system, the which you are uploading. In which location it is stored, that location will capture by B file. B file is just identify the location or image through path through the procedures, whereas blab is easy to store the actual file. Next, NCLab. As I said, there is much difference CLab and NCLab. NCLab is used to store the NaSnet set languages, except the, I mean, along with the, yeah, other than English language. Next, long and raw data type. Long and raw data type. So, long and raw data type store variable string data within predefined length. Long and raw data type also used to store the variable string data within predefined length. This is dynamic data type. So the raw data type, we must have to declare the size. It will accept only 2000 bytes. It will accept only 2000 bytes. See, here large objects, blab is used to store the 4 GB. B file also is used to store the 4 GB. But before that, your your requirement is the file which you are uploading into the database. It is just below 2000 bytes. It is just below 2000 bytes. So by that time, it's waste to declare the 4 GB, right? So we will go for the raw data type. How we have char and varchar before going to the CLab, large objects. We have long and long long and long. All are the same only, right? It will also use the store the binary data only, images, graphics, everything. The size is 2000 bytes. Long is having 2 GB. Long is having 2 GB. Clear, guys? Langra is having also 2 GB. Langra is also use the 2 GB. So raw data type, binary information is stored, guys. Binary information it is stored. Photo, signature, thumb information, everything. Remember that within the predefined length. Within the predefined length. It will accept it within the predefined length. So raw you must to declare the size. Raw data type is also, for example, the file which you are uploading image. It is image is having just one for example 1 MB. So 2000 bytes means around if it is 2048 2048 byte means 2 MB, because 1 MB is called 1024 bytes. So here you can insert below 2 MB files by using Langra. You can insert below you can insert below 2 MB. If your requirement is more than 2000 bytes, then you can go for the lang, lang. Clear as we never use it. We use b file and blob, these binary data types in the procedures to implement it, to upload the image, videos into the databases. Clear? So here you can observe Langra is also same as long type used to store variable string data within predefined line. The data type is for backward compatibility. Please use blob instead of Langra. So if it is requirement to use the Langra, better to use blob data type. So for the backward compatibility, you can go and check if you want to backward compatibility. But we never use it in real time. These things, okay. We use blob and b file to implement that one. Only procedures, okay. So mostly we use char, varchar two, number data type. These three and date timestamp. These four date. First one is char, where char to second, third is the number, fourth is the some people use the int also. Maximum int we have to use it. If it is inserting data, we never know, right? What is the maximum in real time? So we use the int. One char, where char to two, three is the number, four is the int, five is the date, six is the date and timestamp. So total these six only we use much. We never use this Langra. Rarely we use CLab, this B file and B lab. Okay. Next row ID data type. It's very important, guys. We use everywhere the row ID data type. The row ID data type represent the actual address of the row. The actual address of the row. So for example, so you have select star from APB 6. Yeah. See here, you have inserted the data. You have inserted the data. Okay. Let me show you. Select row ID. We never inserted row ID, right? Did we insert it, guys? When we enter this data? No, right? Now see magic of this database. How it has taken this address? Something it is inserted, right? How it has taken this one? Next, whatever rows you inserted in this table, so it this only will get changed. Last three. If it is completed Z, so next it will start to change here. For example, select row ID comma emp dot start from emp. So here, observe, guys, one column, two column, three column, four column, five column, six column. If it is more than six columns, it is coming to the next row. So to avoid that, we have to set the line size. Something by default size I never know. So we have to change it 200 bytes. Set line. That's your with how much, guys. So for down also it is came only three rows data. Again column names are coming. Observe. See here column names. To set that one, set page size. No space in between page size. Set it. So now you can enter the same. See data how it will come. Clearly it came, right. It is understandable. It is not. Its viewing is not good, right. So now we never inserted these things. It's automatically assigned it. So how assigned it? SQL buffer, SQL server or buffer itself assigned one address for the row. What is this address? Where actually this data is stored in the database. Where actually stored in the, for example, you are sitting Delhi, someone is sitting from Hyderabad. So if you call it as India is a database, somebody is sitting Delhi, somebody is sitting in Mumbai, somebody is sitting in Hyderabad, somebody is sitting in Bangalore. So how we can identify them by using address? Am I right? Even the employees of organization sitting in multiple locations, how they will identify them, guys? They will identify by using address only. No, the same way, if you call it India is a database and all employees are the records, or employees are the records or rows, so we will identify them by using address. The same way, whatever you insert in the database, automatically Oracle server create one address and it will stored in the row id column. Row id column. The row id column is pseudo column. We can call it as pseudo column. Pseudo column is nothing but the column which is not appeared physically. So when you mention select star from EMP, is it appearing physically, guys? Is it appearing when you give the select star from EMP? Until unless you mention the column, is it appearing? Can we see row ID now? No, right? The same way, can you see row ID now? No. So there are some pseudo columns we can discuss in pseudo columns concept. Row ID, row number, there are other things also. We can discuss those. That's what I am telling you. Oracle server automatically create one row ID. There are some pseudo columns. Can you please explain me first? You can ask me later. There are some in a pseudo columns in a database. Pseudo columns are row num, row IDs, level. There are many things which is automatically created by the server. Whenever why they will create row ID, why they will create the row ID to store the address of the row. Why we need to store the address of the row? We may get down. So we have index concept. If you want to retrieve the data from database very fast with respect to the performance tuning, then you by the time we will fetch the data by using this index concept. The index, if you create an table or column, the index which you create on a table, then automatically that will store this address, the address of the rows. It cannot store this rows. It simply store the, for example, you have created index on 20th department. The only 20th department employees you have created, it will store this row id and this row id and only 20th row ids. Bec- when you try to access the data by using this row id, it will come very fast because it cannot search each and every row. It will search only this row ids directly. For example, you have created the index on this column. If you mention where ename equal to clerk, so that index cannot store this enames, it store this address directly. It will go and pick up here. Compared to check all rows, 13 rows, and directly go and pick this row. Is there any change, guys? Do you have change in the search point of view for the time? 30 rows for searching, it will take, for example, 30 seconds. To search for one row, it will take only 2 3 seconds. So say there we are saving some time. So that we will discuss clearly in index concept. So row id is the actual storage address of the row. So how it will came, Oracle server or SQL server buffer automatically create it. For example, here 7902, here is 1002, right? We can see, select row id, e number comma, e name from emp, sorry, not emp, appb underscore file. See, two rows are there. Okay, here two rows are there. Let me insert one row. Insert into appb underscore 5 values. So I'm giving e number is some 100, e name is equal to some king. Oh, sorry, column is having 3 days, but we can see later. I will explain you that also. See, one row inserted. Select star from APB. Wait, wait. See, one row we have inserted. Did we inserted this row ID? Did we inserted this row ID data, guys? Yeah. How it came? Oracle server automatically create one address for the row. What is this address? Where this data, where this row ID is inserted in our database. Database. So row IDs is a pseudo column. Pseudo column. What is pseudo column? The column which is not appeared physically, but it will be available in it will be available in physical it will be available physically every table. It will be available physically every table. Let me explain. The column which is not available, which is not appeared physically. Why we are telling which is not appeared physically? When you take select star from appb underscore 5, can we see row id, guys? No. So that means the column which is not appeared physically but available physically every table, that is called pseudo column. That is called pseudo column. See, if you take row num, comma, e number, comma, e name from appb underscore 5, you can see. Did we inserted row nums? No. So these all are the pseudo columns. We can discuss in pseudo columns very clearly. Okay, guys. So row ID table is row ID data type is row ID. It is store the actual address of the row. It is used to. It is very important in question. In every interview, they will ask how to delete the duplicate rows. There are multiple ways. One is using the row ID. So we can remove the duplicate rows from the table by using row ID. So row ID is a pseudo column. Pseudo column. Pseudo column is the column which is not appeared physically. When you see it is not appeared, but when you mention this separately row ID, by the time it is not coming. So that means it's available in the physically, right? So that's the reason we are call it as the column which is not appeared physically but available physically in every table. Okay, the usage of data types you can see now. We have to declare column name and data type. If it is mandatory for any column, you have to use this one. Non-mandatory, this one. For example, if we create employee table, create table name, then parenthesis employee id, number, date type, first name varchar2, last name varchar2, gender. See, gender we have declared char. So it will allow how many bytes guide? One byte. So photo see we have declared bill of data type. Yes, yes. That's it. Today data types are completed, guys. Let me give 1 minute. So I forget to show you the um, curriculum, SQL curriculum. This is the curriculum, guys. So DBMS introduction is completed. So data types is completed. See, Oracle predefined data types. So we will discuss the sub language commands. So these all are the five languages. We can call it as commands or statement or sub languages. From tomorrow we can discuss it. Next, built-in functions, then grouping the result, group by having order by classes. Next, integrity constraints. Next is integrity constraints in the sense, for example, duplicate data. The product ID is 1001. When you try to see, employee is having every student is having unique number, right, for student ID. So when you are trying to enter the already available ID, it should not accept it. So by that time we can put primary key for that. That those all concept: primary key, foreign key, unique key, foreign key, check constraint, ref constraint. These all are will come on the integrity constraint concept. Next to joins. Next to subqueries. Within the subqueries, analytical functions will come. Analytical functions. What is that? Rank, density rank, this with the class, existing, exist, in, any or all operators. These all the things will come. With the class or CTE is both are same. CTE both. Next to set operators. Next to views. Next to sequences. Next to synonyms. Next to working with the DCL and TCL commands. Next to working with indexes, cluster index and all. Here pseudo columns it will come. Level, row ID, row num, curve val, next val. These all are the pseudo columns. Next OLAP features. Group by, cube, roll up, conversion functions. Very very important, guys. Decode and case. We use we use everywhere. See, analytical functions I mentioned here, we can discuss in OLAP features and we can discuss in subqueries also. So rank, density rank, row num, lead, lag, these all are the analytical functions. Next to partitions, we can do the partitions. So we can do the partitions with the one table data or multiple data types. We can divide two parts for table. These all are the things. Those all are the hash partition. This is also important. Next, logs. For example, you are trying to update one record. For salary is 100. For Venky is having salary 100. So you are trying to update as 200. Another user trying to update same record as 50. Does it by the time how server will take it, guys? How server takes? See, both are doing at a time only. So by that time is that is called deadlock. So server cannot understand which transaction has to be take if both are doing same time. So we can initiate the locks for that time. We can initiate the locks by using for update. By using for update. So if you log the transaction, for example, you log in first, you are doing it. So if you lock it, the transaction will get locked until unless you release the lock. Until unless you release the lock, another user cannot able to access it for update and all. Those will discuss in last concept. Next, SQL loader. Once you get the data, see now everything is automated. For for instance, if you get any data to push into the database, if you push the database into the if you get any file, Excel sheet or CSV file or text file, everything, if you want to push into the database, that can be discussed in the SQL loader. SQL loader concept. That is the syllabus, guys. Everything end to end, we are going to discuss it. That's all from my end. Anything, any questions, guys? I'm ready to take up now for another 5 minutes. Anyone is having any questions, guys? Yes, yes. After you enroll it, you will get the software and how to install it as well. The day which you are giving free, right? That day you can install it. Like after free training sessions. Guys, if anyone is having newly came today, first 1 week sessions are free. So two sessions are completed. This is the third session. Those two sessions are upload in the Facebook, I mean YouTube. You can access from there. So this is the class 1 video and this is the class 2 video. So if anyone is not subscribed to my channel, so to subscribe, and if you like my content, please like and share it with others. So today class I will upload in the YouTube. The trail sessions, I mean free sessions are will be uploaded into the group Facebook. After that, remaining sessions will be uploaded into the Google Drive. So whoever enrolled for the course, they will get the remaining sessions after you enrolled. So if you after 1 week sessions, I will let you know what is the last day of the free session. From next day onwards, you have to enroll it. After enroll, you will get the software and how to install it. We will guide it. I will give the one video how to install it. Any questions? Once you subscribe, please hit on bell icon, guys. Because today, if I upload, then you will get the notification so that you can go through this video, today's video, so that we will be continue from next day sessions. So next day sessions are, so we are going to discuss each commands very deeply. We can discuss types of commands are sub languages. So five languages we have: create, alter, truncate. These all are the things we can discuss tomorrow. Any other questions? I'm ready to take up, guys. Other questions, please. No questions. We are good to close the call today. Thank you so much. So yeah, thank you so much. So no need to feel, guys, because I started on Friday. So 1 week sessions are continue. There is no off for the day. After post 1 week, we can have off. From next day sessions, like every week, we can have off 1 day, and 1 day in weekends. 1 day either Saturday or Sunday based on enrolled people convenient. Then remaining 1 day, we can we can take the longer session. Anyone is newly joined today? No? Yeah, okay. If you have any questions, you can ask safe it or something. Yeah, okay. These are the two videos I have uploaded in the YouTube. You can go and go through it. If you like my content, please subscribe and like. Please don't forget to like these videos, guys, and subscribe it to hit the bell icon as well to get the notification today class. Thank you. Happy May Day. We all are employees. So thank you, guys. Thanks for joining call. We'll meet on tomorrow. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye. I will see. This is my mobile number, guys. If anyone is having any issues, please call me right away. Me could reach or something. This is my mobile number. I pinged in chat. Please take from there.